to welcome you all to the community of Las Conchas. This is going to be our first update on the stove project here with Helps International, La Familia Marianistas in Guatemala, and the Ethos program from the University of Dayton. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on and how our project is moving along.
Las Conchas is a small community in the state of Alta Verapaz in central Guatemala. The people in this area and the surrounding communities are subsistence farmers who survive on their small pieces of land. Las Conchas is no different than any other part of the developing world. People have no choice but to cook with the wood that they can collect within their communities. The people here use what are called pollos, which are basically wooden platforms raised off the ground with a 3-stone fire on top of them. Cooking with wood creates many problems like deforestation, landslides, wasted time collecting wood, and most notably, respiratory illnesses due to indoor air pollution or smoke inside the home. According to the World Health Organization, indoor air pollution is responsible for 2.2 million deaths per year in the world, or 1 person every 20 seconds. Young children are the most susceptible to the risks, making indoor air pollution the leading cause of death in the world among children under the age of 5.
So this project began back last December when I came to Las Conchas and visited La Familia Marianistas in Guatemala. And I met Rafa and I told him that I would like to come back and visit and do some work here. And so he told me that the most important thing that the people want right now are efficient wood-burning stoves, or clean wood-burning stoves. Here they say estufas mejoradas, which means basically better stoves. In this region, of those 27 families, we have 8 communities represented, which for us is really a great thing, because that means that 1 or 2 or 3 families from each community are going to have a stove, which means that all the other families, let's say in San Lorenzo for example, there's 5 families represented. All the other families are going to be able to see the advantages, how nice this stove looks inside the home, and hopefully that'll develop more interest in a project. And so this can be basically like a pilot project, and once it generates more interest in the area, they hope to come back. Helps International and Familia Marianistas aquí, they hope to do a larger project in the future with maybe 100 families, 100 stoves, maybe even 200. All the people in this area speak Quechua, and especially the older people only speak Quechua, and the younger people have been learning Spanish and so can communicate more in Spanish. But we have a translator here today, the representative from Helps International speaking in Spanish, and we have a translator here that is speaking and translating in Quechua for the people. Basically, today is June 9th, and today is the first day of the ONIL stove training through Helps International. What's happening behind me right now is we've built the stove. He's explained a lot of the benefits, like taking smoke outside of the home, using less wood, keeping the fire up off the floor so that children can't fall into it and burn themselves. So many advantages, and right now he's explaining how the fire is going to be working. We're firing it up, and we're going to boil some water and make some tortillas, because that's what the people are most worried about, is that they can cook the food that they're accustomed to. The 16th, they will come here and they will train a group of 10 community representatives how to build and take apart a stove. And basically all day long they're going to build them, take them apart, build them, take them apart, build them, take them apart. And so they'll know exactly how to help the people in their communities. We're hoping to have 1 representative from each of the 8 communities to be trained to this point that they can go in their proper language of Quechua, explain and help out with the installation process. On the 23rd of June is going to be the installation day. That's when we're going to deliver all the stoves to all the appropriate areas. Everyone's going to build their stove, their own stove, with the help of the technicians in those areas, and also a few Helps International people people will go around at the end of the day and check and make sure that every stove has been installed properly, that the chimneys are outside of the house, that everything's stable and safe, and that there's a guard on the chimney so that the children can't touch them and burn themselves. And so that would be the 3 days of the course through Helps International.
Estamos usando el barro aquí porque el barro va a generar más calor y va a hacer también que no tope en las piezas de concreto.
Currently, as far as giving subsidies to the Ethos program, we're about 50% of the way there. We still need help. Right now we have 27 families, like I said, and about 13 or 14 of them have solidified subsidies, but the more help we can get, the better. Promoting stoves like these in an area like this, just with a small pilot project, can really make a change, especially in the future, because this is going to generate interest in all of these areas, and hopefully people will see that, oh, there's a cleaner, a better, a more efficient way of cooking that I can take advantage of with this project through Helps International. And so with your help and your generosity, we can get there. We can get 27 families efficient, clean, healthy, wood-burning stoves at an affordable price in these areas.
Que se organicen ellos en su comunidad.
I would like to thank you all so very much for your time, for your interest in this project, for getting to know the area of Las Conchas. I hope that you've learned a little bit about what it's like to live here, what it's like to have to go search for wood day in and day out, keep a fire smoldering all day long to make sure you're cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for your family. And I appreciate all the efforts and the generosity from the donors, and I hope that in the future we can have a lot more success here in Las Conchas with La Familia Marianista in Guatemala, the Ethos program at the University of Dayton, and Helps International in Guatemala. Thank you.